Kelly Barlow Creations. If you're new to my channel and you're stopping by for the first time, thank you for stopping by. Welcome to my channel. Stick around a while by clicking that red button for more crafting on a budget, more everything on a budget videos to come. And if you click it again when the bell appears, YouTube should notify you every time I upload a new video, depending on the option that you choose in the drop-down menu of the bell. If you're interested in following me on social media, you can find those links, you guessed it, in the description box below. So what do I have going on for you for today? It's the beginning of the year and it is time to take down some of those Christmas decorations, take down the Christmas trees. Now I could be late to this party, but I am one of those people that keeps their Christmas tree up until after New Year's. It's just something I've always done. And this year I'm actually keeping one up a bit longer because it's something that really makes Allie smile, and it always makes her so sad when we take down the Christmas village and the Christmas tree. And so this year I told her I'd keep the village up a bit longer. I'd keep our flocked Christmas tree, the new one, up that we just started this year, and I'd leave that one up just a bit longer, but that I did want to take the main one down. And so many of you over this holiday season have been asking me, how do I store my Christmas tree? How do I store my ornaments? And so today I figured, since I'm taking it down, I'm going to show you. I'm going to warn you though, there is nothing fancy about this. There is nothing expensive about the way I do it. It costs me maybe $10 to store my ornaments. I don't have I guess a Rubbermaid container big enough for my tree itself, and so the tree just comes down in its 3 pieces and it goes straight up in the attic. I don't put it in a bag, I don't do anything fancy, it just goes up there where it's safe and good, and next December or next October, November, it'll come down and I'll put it up. But I do store my ornaments in a way that is very budget friendly, and it's a way that works for me. So I'm going to quit my gabbing. Let's jump into it and let me show you just how easily I store my ornaments. There is nothing fancy about this, I promise you, but it is budget friendly and it works for me. Alrighty, so getting started. Taking down the Christmas tree. It's always so sad to me when I'm taking down the Christmas stuff, because to me Christmas is such a happy time of year, just a peaceful, loving time of year, and so it always just makes me sad to take it down because it just kind of is coming to an end and you have to wait another 10 months to put it back up again. I'm taking down our traditional tree because I did promise Allie that the flocked tree in our family room, I would keep it up, and I'm gonna keep up the village stand that you see in the background there just a bit longer. I do need to get more containers to store that stuff in, and I'm not real sure how I'm gonna store it all because previously my village was stored in their individual boxes, but it just seemed to be taking up too much room in our attic, and so I need to come up with a better way, a more compactable way. So yes, taking down this tree, you do see that I have a Ziploc baggie in my hand. Can I just tell you, Ziploc baggies are my favorite thing to store things in. I think it's such an easy way to organize things, and they are so budget friendly, and I love them. I use them for everything. I use them when we used to travel for soccer. I use them for everything. And so why would taking down my Christmas tree be any different? And so as I take down my tree, I do take the ornaments down according to the type of ornament they are. On this tree, I have a lot of individual bells that are attached to twine, go figure twine, and so I put all of the bells with twine in one Ziploc baggie. The Ziploc baggies that I use are a jumbo bag. They're 2.5 gallon bags, which is enormous. They are huge. These are by Hefty. This is a 10 count. You can get a 10 count for about $3.99, and 10 is about all you need. This year I needed new bags. I went to Smart & Final because it's the closest store near me, and all I could find were these 2-gallon size in a 50-pack box by First Street, which is the store brand. This size bag is still a decent size bag. It's gonna have to work. I may need a couple more, but it's perfect because you can always write what the contents are, but I don't do that because you can clearly see it. I even put my pine cones in these because why not? What else are you gonna put your pine cones in? A box or a Ziploc baggie? When taking down my Christmas stuff, it always comes down so much quicker than it did going up. I tell you, it takes me a couple, 2-3 days to get all of my Christmas stuff up, get my house back in order again, and when taking it down, it is done in like 4 to 5 hours. And so, although it doesn't go up in the attic that day, usually I need Jeff to be home. One of us is up in the attic, one of us is in the garage, and we're handing each other the items. And that is where we store all of our holiday decor. I keep them in Rubbermaid bins and they're labeled, and I keep a specific Rubbermaid bin for each holiday, and whatever fits in that bin is what I can put up, so that way I don't have an excessive amount of decor for each of the holidays. Although Christmas decor definitely outweighs any other holiday, but I really do stick to just one bin per holiday, so that way I keep my attic nice and neat, and yeah, I don't go overboard. So yeah, like I said, I'm definitely keeping it real. That is a bar stool that you see me standing up on. Tell me you've never done that before. How many of us do that? No, we shouldn't do it. Know that the chair can tip over, but we do it anyway. I did it this year because our ladders, our step stools are all at Ray's house. My son just bought a new house, and Jeff and I have been helping him renovate it. And so instead of taking everything back and forth, it all has just kind of been left at Ray's house. And so yeah, a bar stool is definitely gonna have to do to take my tree topper off and to disassemble this tree. I don't have any help today. Jeff has been at work for about 5 days now. He gets 1 day off and then he goes back again. COVID-19, as all of you know, is just running rapid. And I live in LA County, which again is the epicenter, and everybody seems to be getting it right now. The walls seem to be closing in on us. Allie, Kayla, and I all came up negative when we tested about a month and a half ago when we all got really sick. I am still asking myself, how did I get sick when I take all the precautions that I take and I don't go out anywhere? It is just so mind-boggling and confusing to me. And Jeff hasn't gotten it by the grace of God yet, but he feels like the walls are just closing in on him. Just last night, one of the firefighters that he works with, she found out that her roommate, that is a nurse, came up positive and she was symptomatic, and she had just spent 2 days with her at home because they're roommates, and Jeff works with her in the engine. And so of course now Jeff is just really fearful that he has been exposed, and from spending a whole day with her in the engine, although they had masks on, they're still in this 4x4 foot area, and a mask doesn't keep your spores inside the mask. It just keeps them from traveling, more than a foot and a half away from you. But when you're in a 4-foot-by-4 foot cab of a fire engine and there's 4 of you in there, I just feel like it's the inevitable. And I think that that's how Jeff is feeling too. And so we're gonna keep our fingers crossed and really hope that he doesn't get it now. And yes, Jeff is still in the motorhome, because now more than ever, if we thought that COVID-19 had hit its worst time, we were mistaken, because now it seems to be the worst time. And so with that, my fear is if Kayla ends up with this, where does she fall on the priority list of if she ends up needing to go to the hospital and needing an ICU room? There are absolutely none available, and they're saying that they're starting to ration their care because there isn't enough providers. And so, as if taking down this tree isn't sad enough, wah, 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 here I am, putting more of a sad spin on it. But that's kind of where we're at. And I know I haven't given you all an update lately about what's been going on. It's because I feel like it's just this repetitious cycle, it always seems to be the same thing. And so nothing has really changed other than the fact that now it's getting worse, and now we have to be more careful than ever because they're saying, you know, 1 in 5 people have it here in LA County, which is scary. And so we are most definitely back to not leaving the house. I'm just ordering my groceries online at Walmart for pickup, and if I really need to go to the store, I go to Smart and Final at 6 o'clock as soon as it opens up, because nobody is ever there. And so that's about the only time that I feel safe going. I don't know that I'll be making any extra trips to the Dollar Tree anytime soon. I think I'm gonna kind of do some Valentine's Day crafts from my stash. I have a couple in mind that I think are gonna be really cool, using items that I think most of you can get and are available at Dollar Tree now if you're comfortable enough going. And so I'm excited to be bringing those to you. As I'm gabbing away, you saw that I was taking down my lights because I do hand string my lights. The tree that I have used to be pre-lit. The lights burnt out, broke. I cut them all off, and so now I am back to putting my own lights on. 1,500 of my own lights on this one tree. This is my new favorite gadget for 2020. This is by holiday time. This is a 3-pack wireless outlet remote control. Now that is a mouthful. There are 3 units that can be attached to 3 different devices, and you've got a remote control that is connected to all 3 of them. And because I had 2 trees in a village, this worked perfect this year. I absolutely loved it, and the kids thought I had fallen off my rocker, because when they'd be sitting in the rooms watching TV, I'd have the remote and I would just be flicking the tree on and off, or the village on and off. Would you look at how cool this is? By the touch of a remote, I get excited about little things. I can't help it. You can turn all 3 of these items off. And so it was really nice not to have to find a light switch, or not to have to go to the timer that the tree was plugged into and switch off that switch. Just to be able to grab my hand remote and turn off my lights for each of the trees and the village each night, and turn it back on each morning. Alrighty, so this is the end result of how I package up my ornaments. Ziploc baggies are amazing to me. I've got my bows, I've got my foam berries, I have all of my burlap stuff, mostly Dollar Tree stuff there. I've got bells, I've got bigger ornaments with bells, my balls, and I do want to again say that these are plastic, so these are not glass, and I am very careful with them. I've got more ornaments that are not breakable, my angel ornaments here, more ornaments that aren't breakable. I've got these tree stems that are snow covered with glitter, my pine cones, and my personalized balls, which I have more of on the other tree, but I will add those to this bag once I take that tree down. That one's gonna stay up a bit longer. So all in all, this is the reality of how I do it. Let me show you how I package them. I use this Sterilite plastic container. You can get these at Walmart, fairly inexpensive. I want to say that I paid $6 or $7 for this one, because I always look for the less expensive ones, the least expensive ones. And so this is 120 quarts, and the measurements are 34 inches long by 20 inches wide by 15 inches high or tall. And so this is basically what I store my Christmas ornaments in. And so I'm not real worried about my ornaments being in here. I know that once I place them in here, they're going to be fine. And I'm gentle with placing this back upstairs. And so I know that my ornaments are not going to get broken. And so I typically just go with the heavier ornaments at the bottom. And just like that, everything for this Christmas tree fits in this bin other than the lights. I hope hope you all enjoyed my method of using Ziploc baggies. Tell me they're not amazing. And if you do this too, let me know in the comments below. Please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. And let's get this video to, you guessed it, 5,000 likes. Because like I always say, each and every one of your thumbs up and those comments that you do leave down below, they really do help my channel to grow, and it helps YouTube to notice me just a bit more. And I will say, for those of you who want to know how I'm going to store my village, I haven't quite figured that out yet. I typically, like I said in the video, do store them in their individual boxes that they came in, but that is just not working for me. It's taking up way too much space in my attic. So I am rethinking it and revising this method, but when I do take it down, I will bring you along with me and show you how I do it. Until next time, everybody, I hope you have a fantastic day. Happy everything on a budget. Stay happy, stay safe, stay healthy, but most of all, stay positive, please, and bye for now.